Listen, y'all, don't kill me in the comment section. Do not kill me in the comment section. Logan Paul will win this fight. And I'm going to tell you why. What's good, Draco Nation? It's your boy. Back with another reaction video, man. Apparently, we finally got it. I seen it coming. I really did see it coming. Y'all go watch my last video. I think I did the reaction to the, Nate Robinson getting knocked out. But listen, y'all. I knew this was coming. I literally knew this was coming. Logan Paul versus Mayweather. Listen. Don't bash this fight just yet. Just wait a minute. Let's actually think about this, right? We got the greatest boxer, talented boxer I've ever seen in my life. You feel what I'm saying? The best. Then you got Logan Paul. You feel what I'm saying? You got the YouTuber, right? He's a boxer. He knows what he's doing. So, he knows what he's doing a little bit. But listen, y'all, I'm gonna break this down just a little bit further for y'all, just a little bit. So we got the best boxer versus a YouTuber. We seen how an athlete that think he can box just because he can hit the pads go up against an amateur boxer. I'm gonna call Jake Paul an amateur boxer. He's not a pro. I'm gonna call him an amateur boxer. He's a good amateur boxer. You feel what I'm saying? But think about it. He knocked him out with ease. It wasn't even a fight. Like, it wasn't no damage done. So then you got a real pro boxer, like the greatest of all time. I don't care how old he is, he still knows what he's doing. Literally, he knows what he's doing. Then you got the YouTuber, Logan Paul, that actually knows what he's doing at somewhat. I'm going to say, for some strange reason, I'm getting this gut feeling that this fight is going to go this probably 8 rounds. I'm going to say 8 rounds. This is going to go 8 rounds, and it's going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a good fight. I don't think Mayweather's going to come and wash him. I really don't. I think he's going to show there's a difference, but I think Mayweather going to do the exact same thing he did to Conor McGregor. He's going to let him throw all his punches. He's going to let him throw all them heavy haymakers that he think he can land that's not going to really land. It's going to go to full 8 rounds, and then he gonna win by decision clearly. Why that's gonna happen? It's so much money. Let me tell y'all something. It's so much money built into this fight already, and it's not even it didn't even catch steam yet. We still got, I'm gonna say 2.5 months. We got 2.5 months before this fight actually kick off. Wait till this whole catch steam. Wait till mid-January. This hole is going to catch so much traffic. Logan Paul got his own podcast. You know Mayweather's the GOAT of shit talk. You feel what I'm saying? He's the promotion king. You feel what I'm saying? It's Conor McGregor than it's Mayweather, I think. Like, I don't think nobody can get better than Conor at talking shit and promote his fights. But I think Mayweather's right up under that. And listen, y'all, Logan Paul ain't that bad either. You feel what I'm saying? He's really not. He's a YouTuber. He's meant to entertain his audience. You feel what I'm saying? He got a podcast that he can talk whatever he wants to talk. You feel what I'm saying? So, but this video we're going to react to, they're going to break it down just a little bit more than I did. But like I said, my prediction is going to go the whole 8 rounds, and it's actually going to be a good fight. Just like the Conor McGregor one was. But let's react to it, y'all. I'm curious to see what he says.
That this exhibition bout is going to happen on pay-per-view. A lot of people are a bit skeptical that this would happen after what just happened with Jake Paul fight.
It's gonna be a way better fight than the Nate Robinson fight.
But now we're actually having not only a professional boxer versus a YouTuber, we're having the greatest boxer of all time versus a YouTuber. And this changes the game completely, not only for boxing, but for MMA as well. So this can also be a bit worrisome even for MMA fans. If we're having someone on Floyd Mayweather's level taking these kind of fights, it means that we're probably going to see this as more of a norm. There's going to be more of these fights that are going to happen, especially if Floyd versus Logan Paul is going to be successful on pay-per-view. If the numbers come out and it proves
that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, bro.
One of the biggest pay-per-views of all time.
It's 2020.
You're definitely going to see guys like Canelo fight probably YouTubers. Other professional boxers fight YouTubers. Even MMA fighters might cross over into the ring.
And that's another thing too. We got people sleep on MMA fighters' boxing talent. You feel what I'm saying? Just box. They don't need to kick and wrestle and do all that extra shit, right? they start off probably boxing and wrestling first, one or the other. So some of these MMA fighters can switch over to boxing. I like those matchups better than celebrities and YouTubers and fighting boxers because it gives you that gimmicky feel, that exhibition fight feel. But if you give a MMA fighter a chance like Conor did against Floyd, that was entertaining because he gave you an idea of what can happen. You feel what I'm saying? You believed it like I did. I actually believed that Conor could win that fight. You feel what I'm saying? But I was one of them. But these YouTubers, it kind of really does give it a gimmicky exhibition fight feel.
Maybe some of the bigger stars like a Conor McGregor. A lot of boxers are in this sport to make money, right? They're prize fighters, MMA fighters and boxers. If they see that Floyd gets paid $200-300 million fighting Logan Paul, which is essentially not even as challenging as a sparring match in his gym, what is stopping from other boxers doing this?
That's my
They're gonna look
point.
at this and be like, man, I could do this too. Canelo's gonna be like, I could probably make $100 million fighting one of these guys, or maybe $50 million, and it's only like a sparring match, not even. MMA fighters like Conor
But
McGregor
also, you
or
gotta.
Jorge Masvidal.
I'm not gonna keep pausing, but you gotta give some type of respect to the YouTuber side also, because these boxers not gonna fight just anybody. They're fighting the cash cow of YouTube, right? Just like people, pro boxers is trying to get to the Mayweather status and fight him because he brings the bag. You feel what I'm saying? YouTube, these Jake Paul and Logan Paul are I'll throw KSI in there also. They're the cash cow of boxers on YouTube. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean,
many guys can come into the sport of boxing and do the same
that's a lot of money
getting
thrown around.
Not risk getting hurt at all. Barely have to train for the fight. Don't even need a training camp really to handle one of these guys.
That's why he only
this
took
is a
it
good
2
and
months.
bad thing for the professional fighters.
And Mayweather stay in shape.
Money. Fight a popular YouTuber like one of the Paul brothers and make easy money. Treat this almost like a sparring match. Get back into fighting and make another quick buck after that. Now, the bad thing about all of this is legitimately going to hurt the credibility of the sport. If boxers do it, it's going to hurt the sport of boxing. If MMA fighters are going to do it, it's going to hurt
that's
MMA
the thing.
more.
A lot of
now,
people say that
one fight is not going to do enough damage, but if it keeps happening, if it becomes a norm, 100% people are not going to look at these sports the same way. It's not going to seem as a serious sport where the actual professionals should be taken seriously. And ultimately,
that's not true. Because if you think about it, if you're a real boxing fan, this is not a problem for you, because when it's a real matchup, okay, this is for real. Let me analyze it. Let me actually watch it. Take this fight serious because this is actual. This means something. You feel what I'm saying? Just like I'm a real big UFC fan. I don't watch boxing a lot, but I know the main people, and I'll tune in to a fight. But UFC is different. Hardcore UFC fans know when a serious fight is on hand. You feel what I'm saying? We're not gonna sit here and try to minimize a big UFC event with top guys fighting just because, let's say, Anderson Silva want to go fight Earl Spence. You feel what I'm saying? Us UFC fans will be like, oh, that's pretty cool. We'll watch that. But if you get, let's say, Anderson Silva versus John Jones or some shit, right? We'll be like, oh, that's fire. But my point being said, hardcore fans is not going to take this too serious to where it's like, I don't want to watch boxing or UFC no more. I think that's stretching it too far.
These YouTuber fights are going to draw in a different kind of crowd, right? A lot of the people who are going to watch this are going to be people who watch guys like Logan Paul, watch these YouTubers, not specifically the hardcore fans of the sport. They're not going to care as much. And because they don't have as much interest in these kind of exhibition fights, if it keeps happening, the sport is going to draw those fans away. If you lose the hardcore fans, you lose the base, you lose the foundation of the sport.
That's right.
If you don't have a hardcore
it's been like
base,
that for people act like this the first time this stuff like happened.
Can ultimately die.
Like what about
they have to depend on
like
this kind of exhibition
catchweight fights,
right? Then it has
or
to
fights that
in order for
when
this
Roy Jones went to heavyweight and this man was at junior middleweight or some shit.
Multiple of these fights
like people actually thought that was gonna ruin the sport because he's going up like 9 weight classes
in a boxing match. Now we're having the greatest boxer of all time fighting another YouTuber, and that is what I think is the thing that might hurt this more than anything else. Now I don't know what the cost is going to be for this pay-per-view. It might be $100. It might be 60. It might be 50.
I ain't gonna
Floyd
lie,
likes to
it's
up
not
the
gonna be
pay
that
for a lot of
much.
these pay-per-views. He likes to earn a lot of money out of these, and 100% people are going to watch it. I predict that this pay-per-view is going to be one of the biggest pay-per-views in boxing history. Floyd
Facts.
holds many numbers, many pay-per-view records in the sport of.
And another thing you gotta also think too, pay-per-view numbers. This one is gonna do its numbers. And Jake Paul had Tyson and Roy Jones on it. You feel what I'm saying? I think this is gonna blow right past them. Especially we won't even know the other fighters on this card. We could get another Jake Paul fight and have both of them on the same card. That shit's gonna do numbers. It don't matter who Jake Paul fight. Both of them on the same card, and then you got Mayweather on the. What I know, like I said, this is it's not gonna happen, but this would have been insane, fucking insane, right? Listen, what if I know Conor McGregor have a fight coming up, right? We're talking about tuning into that, but imagine if we got this fight and Jake Paul and Conor McGregor on the card. I don't think it's that much money in the world. Honestly, there's no way. One event have two of the best promoters in fight history, and then you got two of the top boxing YouTube influencers on the same card. Take my money. I will pay for that shit. I don't want to see this laggy ass streams that I always get. I'm paying $100 for that fucking card. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care what kind of exhibition I don't care. I'm paying for it. But like I said, y'all, I don't think Logan Paul have an actual chance. I really don't. I don't think he has the actual chance to win the fight. Let's throw that out. What we're looking for is a fun, good fight, competitive fight. I want to see Logan Paul literally dying walking out the ring. He gave it 1,000,000%. He tried his best. It just didn't work. I would respect it. I would actually be like, okay, I can mess with this. It's cool. We quarantine right now. Like the world is so messed up right now. I'll take these fights. I like to see them. But listen, y'all. I just wanted to touch on this subject because it's like I said, it's gonna catch steam in about a month. Seriously. But yeah, like the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Listen, turn on the post notifications. Don't miss none of these videos that's coming out, especially today. This is the first one of many. Trust me. So like the video, y'all. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Listen, subscribe. Subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video, y'all. Peace.